Every one of you, I have some terrible news or an exciting news depending on your allegiance. The SEC has lost a lot of money because of the lawsuits that Ripple and Coinbase have been sued for. A famous attorney who has worked for the SEC is stepping down from his position. This attorney's lawsuit against Ripple and Coinbase dealt a major blow to the government. Leon Stewart stepped down as an SEC official, leading the division that deals with crypto litigation. The division had been headed by Stewart. After leaving Fidelity Investments, Stewart joined the global law firm White Case. While there, she worked on the paperwork for an exchange-traded fund that would invest in Bitcoin. The leading ETF expert at Bloomberg made this claim. Stewart stated that in the press release she sent out upon her retirement from her job, she made reference to Bitcoin exchange-traded funds ETFs. This makes one wonder what the future holds for the SEC and Bitcoin. The growth of the Bitcoin industry and the cryptocurrency community in the US are primarily attributable to her work. Ripple would not be the same without Stewart. As the chief of the SEC's Bitcoin litigation unit, Stewart was involved in the legal battle between Ripple and Coinbase. Stewart was employed by the SEC Enforcement Office in December of 2020. The Securities and Exchange Commission has filed a lawsuit against Ripple. The auditor found that Ripple sold XRP before it was officially registered as a security. However, he refrained from saying that XRP is a security. The majority of the secretary's arguments were dismissed by the judge. With the court poised to decide on Ripple's punishment for selling XRP to individuals and corporations, Stewart's resignation could not have come at a worse time. The first phase of remedial discovery concluded on February 20th. And now the parties are getting ready to create the legal documents that will be submitted in March. Coinbase was sued by Stewart. Stewart played a pivotal role in the investigation into Coinbase and the San Francisco exchange that the SEC initiated. Coinbase broke federal law in June when it failed to complete the required steps to register as a broker-clearing business with the National Securities Exchange, according to the SEC. Coinbase denies any involvement in the trade of 10 unregistered securities, notwithstanding the Commission's accusations. Months ago, Coinbase asked the court to reject the matter from judgment by filing an appeal. U.S. District Court Judge Catherine Flake in Manhattan heard Coinbase's dismissal argument and will likely make a decision soon. Stewart has ceased contributing to the investigations into Coinbase and Ripple ever since he left the government. Her unwillingness to resign may influence how the Commission handles these allegations. Ripple and the SEC are expected to reach a deal on April 24th. Someone with extensive knowledge of Bitcoin recently shocked the world by saying, "Ripple is in the US government." They might reach an agreement to end their protracted legal battles soon. April was likely the month in which the Securities and Exchange Commission made all of its decisions. As a result of Ashley Prosper's XRP membership, we have a more complex picture of the strategy and events. Ripple and the SEC were in a courtroom showdown in April. The XRP token, issued by Ripple, was at the center of the case. This caused a lot of people to be uncomfortable. The possible impact of the litigation's conclusion on the Bitcoin market is getting investors talking. If they can't settle it this year, the case might go on into next year. The ruling from December 2020 marked the beginning of legal action between Ripple and the SEC. All broad judgments must be submitted no later than April 29th. All of these options, including solutions to the Ripple inquiry, have a deadline that ends today. Over the course of the last several months, Judge Torres has hinted at the prospect that XRP sales may not be deemed securities. There has been no resolution to the matter, and Ripple has not come out on top. This is still the case, even though Ripple has not accomplished anything further. The SEC will now start initiating settlements for complaints involving Ripple on February 20th, 2024. Ashley Prosper, a Ripple user, alerts us to this. In a Ripple case, the whole piece of data was sent as a message. Ashley went on to say that the SEC data won't be available until March 13th, so the review of Ripple's documents won't begin until then. The latest update on the discovery hearing in Ripple vs. SEC is that it will now take place tomorrow. We will address possible options during the planned hearing. A new date will be communicated after the SEC's brief is issued on March 13th. It will be challenging to achieve success in this area since Ripple has not generated any adverse economic advantages since December 2020. Experts have been keeping tabs on the situation. The latest capital report from ECS states that they expect Ripple's matter with the SEC to be concluded by April. In this piece, we take a look at the news and try to figure out how it might affect Ripple and the cryptocurrency industry. The choice to make this comment public was not explained. Some Bitcoin users have expressed their reservations about this message after much speculation and discussion. Ashley Prosper's compilation of thoughts and facts: the situation may be better understood because of some information that an XRP community member called Ash Prosper has shared, according to a tweet from Whale Chow. Start by depositing the funds into the bank. Although everyone was expecting Judge Torres to make a ruling in April, Ashley Prosper said that would not be the case. The final results are expected to be announced on April 29th. Should the parties fail to reach a resolution by April, Ashley proposes postponing the date to July or August to emphasize the protracted legal battle that will inevitably ensue. This trend is shown, for instance, in regulatory precedents and in the case involving Ripple. The ongoing litigation between Ripple and the SEC is about to reach its third year. How long the legal proceeding is expected to last will affect the price of XRP. While this is happening, Ripple, a cryptocurrency, will occasionally release a statement. One of the things that the court documents show is that the SEC has responded to the litigation. In numerous instances, Ripple's CEO has made statements. Please think about all aspects of the case thoroughly. Legal rulings are very important to Ripple's CEO. Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, has demanded regulatory clarity and the establishment of an exchange-traded fund ETF for XRP in response to the actions taken by the SEC. For the reasons that Garlinghouse outlined, the corporation must adhere to court rulings. Despite having the biggest market share for money transactions, the SEC often sues Ripple and Coinbase, but their cases are never successful. It is for this reason that Ripple is actively seeking stricter laws and more security measures for the Bitcoin business. Judge Annalisa Torres' ruling that XRP was not a security was probably on his mind when he did this. There has been no resolution to the ongoing discussions between Ripple and the SEC. During the meeting, Garlinghouse detailed the approach the company takes when dealing with regulatory agencies. At what price is one XRP coin now? Even though XRP fell 1% today, its price is still above 55 cents. Despite its turbulent history, the Bitcoin market appears to be stabilizing at the moment. The results of a technical analysis show that the price of XRP has risen and is now 55 cents. Even worse, the Fibonacci retracement levels do not agree with each other. Possible price trends often begin with the breaking of certain levels. The consequences of the continuing legal dispute with Ripple SEC have been voiced by the company's chief executive officer, who is unhappy with them. It had been 3 years since the American Securities and Exchange Commission had been sued. The expensive legal battle is causing the value of XRP to decline. The goal of the firm is to create a safer and more transparent cryptocurrency market. That wraps up the video.